Yeah. Maybe he could explain to me how the three-way bulb works.
No, I don't know. I just know I'm terribly upset because I'm letting this get me terribly upset. Oh, Blanche, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Listen, last night...
Blanche, why is this a story about acceptance?
Oh, because years later, to get back at me, Kathy Lee slept with my daddy. That was something I had to accept.
School would be easy.
Easy? It's impossible. I cannot pass that course. I just can't do it.
Listen, honey, if you're having such a problem, maybe you should talk to your teacher.
Oh, I can't do that. I'd be too embarrassed. But that's what teachers are there for.
I know exactly how she feels. I used to be scared of my teachers, too.
Get out of here.
No,
we could keep her till Monday.
Oh, I'm not from Child Services. I'm Emily's father.
Well, how do I know that?
Well, I can see the family resemblance. Neither one of them can tell time. Where the hell have you been? You dropped this child off yesterday, you don't show up until today, and you didn't call. I mean, this is not a dry cleaner's.
I did call last night. I spoke.
Please, just do it. Please. Please. Pretty please.
Oh, all right. Don't beg. You sound just like your Uncle Carmine after he'd been away on a goat drive.
So you're not going to tell us what happened?
Nope.
Well, Sophia, that's your choice, but I think you're making a mistake. He's...
Hey, I know this show is for charity, but that's the smallest dressing room I've ever had in my life.
Oh, my God, you're really Mr. Bob Hope.
I wouldn't mind hearing it. Oh.
Rose, shut up. Everybody stay where you are and go to sleep. I have to go to work early in the morning.
Oh, darn, I forgot something.
Go in your pajamas.
No, it's not that. I forgot to...
I am never shopping at Fiedler Brothers again.
I beg your pardon.
Well, it's a little late for that. I've never been so humiliated in my life.
What about the time you lost the key to your handcuffs and had to go with that guy on his mail route?
A big bonus at work. And guess what I've decided to do with it?
What?
I'm going to have my breasts enlarged.
You're not serious, Blanche.
Oh, sure I am. Breasts are back in fashion. And what God...
We're going to know the true age of Blanche Devereaux. Deleted by authority of the governor. These are all like that.
Rose, you know what this means.
Yeah.
You can do that when you're just good friends?
Hey, I want to get in good with St. Peter. I don't want his job.
You know, me and Esther and you and Salvador, we were all good together.
The best.
We weren't.
Oh, I hope she can forgive us.
She will. That's what she does best. You know, Blanche, I owe you an apology. How can I be high and mighty about my friendship with you when I can't do Rose the simple favor of keeping her out of trouble? What I have to do is remember you for the person you are. As it turned out, Stan's mother wasn't so bad after all.
Please, the woman wasn't human. I think she ate mice. Hello?
Charlie! Hey, everyone, it's Charlie Jr. I'm going to make this up to you.
I said just forget it, Rose.
No, I've already decided. For 1 week, I am going to be your personal Wiedenfrugen.
Can one woman do that for another?
Only if they're the same height. What the hell is a Wiedenfrugen?
You better be getting to bed, darling. You're in training. Oh, wait a minute. Almost forgot. I want you to put this lingerie on under your uniform for batting practice.
I know you said you'd help my game, but do you think this will work?
Yes.
Likes and dislikes.
with these are only dislikes.
Yeah, that's my Norman. And fortunately for today, he's your Norman. Bye-bye.
Norman, I'd like you to meet my friends. This is Dorothy.
Hello, Norman.
It's the Bride of Frankenstein.
As you've said the same thing to me just that way ever since I was in the 3rd grade. That's sweet.
It's not sweet. It's pathetic. 52 years and you never stopped off anywhere. Get a life. So did you teach anybody anything today?
Well, I tried, but it seems...
I count my blessings every day because I have the kind of friends who stand by you through the bad and the good. When you're lucky enough to find that kind of friendship, I guess you just want to pass it on.
Compassionate, but bubbling with sensuality just below the surface.
Oh, that's a relief. All this time I thought it was gas.
Ladies, it's time. Time to walk through the looking glass. Time to take that last glimpse of your former selves.
Morning, Rose, Dorothy. A night. Did you hear that racket out front? I didn't sleep at all. I think Dreyfus has the hots for our lawn flamingo.
Ma, we don't have...
Or was it on payday? Anyway, I remember a butcher block table was involved.
Blanche.
Anybody ready for dessert?
I am, Grandma.
Oh, good. I'll slice into that Rice Krispie log.
Just coffee.
Be about that.
I wish you hadn't done that, Blanche.
Hush up. It was for your own good.
There's something you just don't understand.
Oh, I understand perfectly. I pushed you into meeting all those women. That's why this happened. But it is over. Rose will be just fine.
Blanche, it's not as simple.
Well, don't look at me.
Rose, you made the reservation.
I know. I just don't want you looking at me.
Look, I'm terribly sorry about the mix-up, but this is not for us. We'd like to leave.
I'm afraid you're with us for the night, ladies. The bus doesn't leave down the mountain till tomorrow morning.
Ladies, may I show you to your room?
Just
This is all because you're going through the change?
God, I hate that expression.
What is the big deal, Blanche? It's nothing. Look at it this way. You don't get cramps once a month. You don't go on eating binges once a month. You don't get crazy once a month.
You just grow a beard.
Asks you if you see another man, just tweak his nose and say, my, sir, I do believe you're jealous.
What about the vapors, Blanche? Shouldn't she be overcome by the vapors?
Blanche, can I come out now?
Oh, yeah, hold it just a minute.
Hey, you know, these peas taste just like fresh, but you can't mix them with the mashed potatoes. They should have a tunnel running from the pea compartment to the mashed potato compartment.
Ma, what is Pop talking about? What should you tell me?
All right, all right. It's your 10th anniversary next month. Your father and I just... What the hell are all those sardines doing in the kitchen? Wait till you're my age. We'll see what kind of straws you clutch at.
Fight.
No, I saw it. I was here.
Well, there doesn't seem to be any problem now.
I thought you said this was a cold drink. It's lukewarm.
I told him no ice.
You dumb budgegaloop. What do you think makes it cold?
Your attitude is making me cold, woman, so lighten up and say thank you. Mama on a deathbed?
I promised Mama I'd marry Benito, the town's organ grinder monkey hat manufacturer. And you didn't do it? Please. I loved my mother dearly, but I had my own life to live, and I guess you did too, Angelo.
Can you ever forgive me?
Oh, of course, Uncle.
The Oak Ridge Boys, Rose. Our names.
Oh! Gee, I'm not sure about this. I mean, when you think about Christmas, don't you think about giving gifts?
Yes, but that's not the first thing. You know, when I think of Christmas, I think of Christmas in New York. The decking break. Thanks, Rose. Well, good night.
That was Stan on the phone, wasn't it? Something happened tonight.
All right, Ma. Yes, I admit it. I slept with Stan, and I should be ashamed of myself.
Are you this desperate? This pathetic bag of fries with that ranch house burger. I don't know why. It doesn't trip naturally off my tongue. Sophia, they took half your day's pay just for that? This manager is a shark. He's bucking for supervisor. He told Mildred and Edna they could only take 10-minute bathroom breaks.
It anymore.
You mean you can be too old?
Rodents can be, not humans.
Is that a theory or is that based on personal experience?
Both.
Dr. Parks, there's a lizard out on the lanai that's looking awful peaked lately. I wonder if you'd mind taking a look.
Not at all.
Oh.
Rose, you tramp.
I'll see you later. I'm going to work.
Ma, I absolutely forbid you to leave this house.
I'm going to work whether you like it or not.
Over my dead body.
Fine, have it your way.
It's been a real pleasure. Good night. Lucy, you're grounded for the rest of your stay here.
Hey, Blanche, wait! You're embarrassing me. Now why don't you go get a good night's sleep and we'll talk about it when I get home tomorrow.
I don't think you heard what I said. You are not going anywhere.
Hey, Blanche, I'm 20 years old. I'm going wherever I please.
Safely, and you won't have to lie to the phone company.
I forgot my purse.
Oh, I know I'm forgetting something else. I know it. I just know.
Oh, come on. Now, Rose, calm down.
Are you sure you want to go through with this?
Oh, yes. But Lily and I have barely spoken since she left. That was 2 months ago. So that's where it ends? Well, that's neat, isn't it? You walk in here, borrow my friends for a while, and then start acting like a stupid jerk and waltz right out as if nothing ever happened.
Do you want an apology?
I want an explanation. Holly, I can't figure you out. You're smart.
Well, we're meeting Holly. Didn't she mention it to you?
No. I suppose you'll say it's just a silly mix-up. Well, I'm not falling for that again. I'm not going.
Fine, Rose, fine. But I do think it's time that you realize that Holly is a terrific person and would not do anything to hurt you.
Beast out of the house. You disgust me. I'm going to go sit in my tea.
Ma, what are you doing?
I can't believe I have a daughter who's...
Car with you again, ever.
I can't believe you're being such a wimp.
Ma, you went through the stop sign, you hit a mailbox, you almost ran over Mrs. Burlfine.
Please, the woman's already in a wheelchair. How much more damage could I do? In her case, the same thing.
Dorothy, you want to hear my idea? You won't believe it.
Sorry, Blanche, I can't.
What's the matter, Dorothy?
I don't know what to do. I just don't know. I was in front of the class and I couldn't talk. I was too...
Going at the movies.
You know, I always wanted mink. I thought it would make me look elegant and impressive.
We didn't have mink in Sicily. You wanted to impress someone, you shot their brother.
Oh, Blanche, you must be feeling better.
Better!
I mean, why starve myself to the point of thinness if I know that I could die tomorrow? I mean, why not eat the chocolate cake?
What chocolate cake?
The chocolate cake in the refrigerator.
You know, you have a point, Dorothy.
This is not just a plate, mister. This is a family heirloom. It's great-great-grandma Nyland's ceremonial wedding plate. A wedding plate? Yes. The bride's family fills the plate with fruit, and then at the wedding, all the guests eat from it. And when the last piece is gone, that's when the bride and groom leave to start their wedding night, which takes place in...
Let me have this, baby. I'll run down and get you some ice cream.
When are you going to stop treating me like a child?
Oh, somebody's grumpy.
I want her out of here.
Well, Becky, you don't mean that.
Oh, right, I'm in a real joking mood. Now get out.
Becky!
You're not helping, Mom.
Anna said she was. She looks like hell.
Thank you, Blanche.
Oh, you know, I think in my novel my heroine will be sick. Tragically sick, but snatched back from death by a doctor.
Except for this whoopee cushion.
Well, you will not believe what happened to me today. I still do not believe it myself, and you won't believe it either.
What, Blanche?
I don't want to talk about it. Caller in the middle of the afternoon.
Oh, he's not a gentleman caller. He's a veterinarian. He was here to see Baby.
Oh, how is Baby, Doc?
I read in Newsweek they ran him out of Haiti.
How is Baby?
Not very well, I'm afraid. I don't think he has much time left.
50. Finding 2 gray hairs is no reason to eat a whole cheesecake.
I found the 2 gray hairs in the cheesecake. So I threw it out.
Hi, girls. I figured this might happen, so I went out and bought a cheesecake.
Oh, well, that's great.
What's really great is...
Why?
I just felt it was the right thing to do.
My wedding was outdoors. February 12th, I'll never forget it. I wore the most beautiful white flannel wedding gown. It even had feet sewn in.
Called chronic fatigue syndrome. It's fairly recent. There are many theories about it, but most of us believe it's a virus. It just has not been identified yet.
The man's a genius. By the way, I loved Flower Drum Song.
Doctors just kept telling me I was depressed.
Well, depression can make a person feel tired, but depression doesn't start suddenly.
On you.
Please, look at his nose. Of course he's Italian.
I'm still confused about the Operation Guild.
Oh, God, he's proposing to her again. Will one of you raise your standards, please?
Sophia, I'm not proposing. I'm here because Dorothy and I just inherited an apartment building. We're going to be landlords together. I mean, it's not a very big building, but she'll still clear a couple $100 a month.
Dorothy, this is wonderful. With that kind of money, we can hire a real... you to be happy.
I wish you all the best.
Oh, I hope you two will just be so happy together.
I am going to throw you and the widow Spencer the best wedding you ever saw.
No, we don't want any fuss. We're planning on getting married in the Bahamas.
No, I will not hear of it. Hollingsworth has to get married in style.
Oh, I don't want to impose.
No, we'd love to have the wedding here.
Dr. Zhivago is my favorite movie of all time. Now I'd like to introduce my friends. No, this is Dorothy.
Oh. God, he's good.
Oh, excuse me. Have you seen Patrick?
Blanche, have you seen Patrick?
No. Who's the flower for?
Oh, it's for Patrick. I thought I'd give him a rose for good luck.
Here they are. Here are the bonds. And Dorothy, I want to thank you for helping me buy $25,000 worth of peace of mind.
Oh, Blanche, thank you. I just got off the phone with the City Fathers of St. Olaf, and it's been unanimously decided they are going to build a statue to Blanche Devereaux right in the middle of Mrs. Olson's...
Rose.
Was it the Glass Menagerie?
That's correct for 100 What innovative industrialist invented the assembly line? Willard.
I'm sorry, I did it again.
Sophia.
Henry Ford. Last week I left him a stool sample. If I can talk to him about that, you can tell him your
Leonard, help me out here. Where on that diet
Not coming till tomorrow.
I know.
Oh, Dorothy, could I please borrow your diamond ring and your pearl necklace and your jade bracelet?
Are you planning to come back?
Sometime tomorrow morning.
Where are you going?
Oh, out to dinner with Jason, the director of our community theater. He's considering me for the role of Lady Macbeth.
I'm glad to hear it. Would you care to dance?
Oh, I don't think so.
I'm usually not this forward, but Glenn Miller has such an effect on me. You don't like Glenn Miller, do you?
Oh, are you kidding? I was in the search party. Let's dance.
Dorothy,
Hi.
you look very pretty.
So do you.
Come in.
Nice place.
Yeah, well, I was left a little strapped by the settlement.
Knock it off, Rose.
It's just that I've always dreamed about learning to tap dance, and I guess I'd get too gung-ho about things. When I was a child, I used to get overexcited and pet the cat too hard.
I think you're probably looking for Dr. Rosenzweig. But if you ever want a discount on life insurance, call me.
Oh, boy, do I need a cup of coffee.
What's the matter?
Oh, this whole Lillian thing. The woman would...
On with the feast.
Oh, Ma, I may not have an IQ of 173, but I know what you mean by continuity and family. And next year, I want to learn the sauce.
Deal, pussycat. It's not that hard. First, you get one large pot.
4 nights in a row, and I still can't sleep.
Please, I haven't had a decent night's sleep since I was 70.
Right, I shouldn't complain. I mean, 4 nights is nothing compared to Elsa Uteruden back in St. Olaf. She stayed awake to get through all that, Blanche.
I was lucky enough to have my big sister Charmaine chasing after me, trying to talk some sense into my fool head.
Maybe Lucy could use a big sister herself right now.
If she doesn't already have one, I don't think it's humanly possible.
I'm going after her.
It's the middle...
Hi, kids.
Hi there, Mr. Terrific. How you doing?
Terrific.
Why don't you come inside?
I can't fly from inside. That's how Superman does it. I have to fly from the ledge. That's how we do it back on the planet.
Unnatural. No daddy for the baby. And no fun trying.
I'm gonna have to agree with Blanche on this one. Half the fun is in getting there. And boy, did your father and I have fun trying for you.
Ma, I don't think I want to hear this.
I wasn't gonna go hard to get everybody to like you that you never got around to liking yourself. And if you don't like yourself, you can't respect yourself. And if you can't respect yourself, neither can anybody else. Why don't you come on home? We still have 1 more week before you have to leave. I don't want to spend it fighting with you. If you need to know anything else about me, I have pictures.
So do we. Now, our records show that you come from a town called St. Olaf. You want to tell me about it? Mrs. Nyland, are you all right?
It's just that nobody's ever
I
asked.
say is the truth.
This afternoon, I saw Blanche's boyfriend, Gary Tucker, kissing my sister, Holly.
Oh, please, you're such a liar.
I swear on my mother's grave.
Okay, I believe you.
What should I do, Sophia?
Well, this is a very complex and perplexing
Friends. And then when I turned 16, it seemed like everything changed overnight. I shot up and out, the braces came off, and finally the boys started to notice me. And it was nice to be noticed, to be liked.
Oh, baby. Honey, you've been trying so...
He followed me home, Ma. Can I keep him? Can I, huh?
Dorothy, what's going on here?
Ma, this is Don. Don, my mother. Ma, Don plays George in Beatlemania.
And Paul, when Ernie's sick.
Hi, Ma. What the hell are you doing home?
Ma, let's not get all mushy.
You chickened out, didn't you?
No, we went, or at least we started to. Halfway there, we ran.
So nobody's out looking for us. The odds are pretty decent that we're all gonna die.
Oh, come on now, you're just tired and thirsty.
Yeah, we're all tired and thirsty.
Let's not wait for the boys to come back. Rose, why don't you whip us up a nice batch of fresh water you know how to make from seawater?
About the seawater.
I've done this a whole life's long. Let's call an end to it, okay? Sure, whatever. So, you thinking about getting a facelift? For your, how do I put this delicately? Turkey waddle or what?
Cousin Rose?
Cousin Sven! Oh, let me look at you. Boy, have you grown.
We've never met.
Minute, you have grown.
Rose, could you introduce Blanche and me?
See, it starts out red, and then if it doesn't change color, if it stays red, they say you're not pregnant. But if you are pregnant, then it turns light pink or light gray.
I had drapes that color once. I think it's called puce.
Is that what puce is? I always wonder.
That's what the decorator told.
Shrink, that chicks really eat that stuff up. Anyway, Catherine and I fell in love, and on the spur of the moment, we decided to get married. The wedding is a week from tonight, and you're all invited. I talked to the kids. They said they're going to try and fly in. Well, I gotta go now. I'm on my way to surprise Catherine with this.
Oh, my God, girls, oh, my God, look. Look, all the men on this plane, they're all beholden.
It's all right, Blanche. The captain just turned off the no.
Oh, boy. You and me snuggling on a couch. Brings back a lot of memories, doesn't it?
Actually, no. That's what I want to talk to you about. Thor, ever since you got here, you've been talking about things we did and things we said, and I don't remember any of it.
So you don't remember every little detail.
Who the hell is this? Dorothy, nice to hear from you. How's the vacation? Good. Well, nothing's happening here. Take care.
Michael, couldn't you have tried to make it work before you just walked away?
Oh, I tried. God knows I tried. But Ma, she didn't understand who I am. She didn't understand I'm a free spirit. And that's why I like to come home. Because you understand me.
You mean it's not...
I am talking about my job at the museum.
Of course you're competent, Blanche. I mean, they wouldn't have kept you for 5 years if you weren't.
Well, then why do you think my boss is constantly looking over my shoulder?
I would guess a plunging neckline and a push-up bra.
I swear, sometimes I think I just want...
Think I'm gonna find someone down in the center to do that with?
When's your friend Jean coming?
Oh, she called. She's on her way from the airport.
Oh, I hope she has a good time while she's here. I remember how tough it was for me the first year after Charlie died.
Well, she says she's getting better every day.
How long were Jean and Pat married?
No, they were together about 8 years.
Rose has been cooking. Yeah, and it turned out perfect. But I'm still upset.
You upset because you don't know what to do about Al?
No, Blanche. And a little time with your daughter.
That remains to be seen.
Rose, would you excuse us just for a minute?
Sure, I know that tone of voice. Somebody's gonna get...
Ma, I'm going to ask you a question.
A great Southern writer, carrying on the tradition of the other great Southern writers, like, all those that are so famous they need not be mentioned. Oh, girls, it's going to be so exciting. I am going to make a fortune. And I won't even have to use my...
No, Jerry, when I was a little girl, my father misplaced his daily planner, too. It was when we were on the way to the state fair. Speaking of state fairs, is it true that you're cheap?
Oh, my goodness, we have company.
I don't trust. I can't put my finger on it.
I can. He's a lech.
No, that isn't it.
Oh, yes, it is, Rose. He made a pass at me.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, that's terrible. Dorothy, you'll be heartbroken.
Oh, I'm talking about baby. I never should have let that filthy barnyard beast in my house in the first place. He ruins my clothes, smells up the whole house, and he likes to watch me take a shower.
He's a pig. There's no accounting for taste.
The ghost of the headless Indian roams the forest, crying out, "Where is my head? Where is my head?"
If the Indian doesn't have a head, how can he cry out?
Maybe he talks out of his behind like the duck master.
Ginned up. Who knows? I could only find one person who spoke English, and he tried to blame me personally for the Bay of Pigs. How'd you get home? I took the bus the other way. That's when I also noticed that they changed the name of the number 10 bus to the number 7. I'm going to write David Horowitz.
Sophia, I think you got on the wrong bus.
Maybe I did, but I'm going to write...
Because I'm good with names?
Rose, try again. She's in bed 6-8. Now hurry.
Come on.
Okay, let's fill this out. Please. And you are?
Sophia Hawkins.
Oh, this is boring.
I know how we could make the time go faster. We could sing a work song like they do on the railroad. Just follow my lead. Gonna stuff a chicken.
Gonna stuff the chicken.
Like my mama taught me. Like my mama taught me.
The ocean.
Oh, gosh, I haven't frolicked since the day I dropped my mother off at Shady Pines. Coincidentally, that was the last time I did a cartwheel. It was a good day.
Of course, we could.
Because only Agnes is a real problem. Now, Rose, here's a part of the plan you may not like.
Oh, Dorothy, did you and Sophia patch things up?
She's in her room napping. You know, it's so ironic. I sent her to that home, and there she was.
Yes. But why would you ask me if I live here if you
kiss me,
already...
Rose.
Go easy, Patrick. It's not a toy.
Well, I have to go, but we're still on for tonight.
Oh, you betcha.
Same rendezvous as last night.
10:45. You'll pull your car up behind the...
April, we are talking about one man who is probably sleeping.
You don't think I can recognize death? I lived in a retirement home. Death visited more often than children.
Rose, go on.
Well, I can't.
Why?
I'm afraid. You go.
Oh, no, I can't go in there. I have a thing against... Small world, isn't it?
Not from where I'm standing.
I did it again. I apologize. Please forgive
Oh,
me.
Blanche, I'm sure he was only joking. Don't be self-conscious about my height. I'm not.
Really?
Really. Look, everybody has...
Shape up.
A lake.
I think we'll just sit here.
I'll go with you, Rose. I'm a sucker for natural beauty. And a gin and tonic. Let's find the bar call.
Blanche, I'm glad we're alone. There's something I think we should do.
Dorothy, I like you as a friend, but I think I'll pass.
Postilion anti-aging I'd sue.
These Bornak! How could you? Oh, look! They have airbrushed liver spots all over us!
Of course, there was a big kickoff party at Giuseppe's beach house, and everyone came. Coincidentally, this was also the night his wife Rosa hit her sexual peak.
Ma, I am in here because of guilt. This is not a story about guilt.
Dorothy, my main concern is making sure those miserable people find other sources of help. Then I'll get a job. I'm dependable, friendly, loyal, eager.
That's great. If she learns to catch a frisbee in her teeth, she can get work as a golden retriever.
Welcome to heaven.
I'm in heaven?
That's right.
Heaven, heaven? I went straight to heaven, no stops, no purgatory?
Purgatory. Oh, you Catholics. Look, why don't you make yourself comfortable?
We're shopping.
Oh, he wasn't shopping, Dorothy. He was undressing me with his eyes. That handsome young man is obviously smitten.
Blanche, I don't know about that. I mean, if he had a crush on you, why did he come?
Well, I do not believe it. I simply do not believe it.
What, Blanche?
Oh, Dorothy, I just talked to somebody back home, and they are doing the most horrible thing. They are tearing down the most important building in Blanche Devereaux's family history.
Oh, my God, they're tearing down Mattress World.
Blanche, you didn't strike me as the type who needed a chaperone.
Well, as I said, it was a tradition. We Southern families stick together.
We sure do.
To make it up to you.
Give me $100.
Make it 50.
Done, I love you.
Italian cook.
Everybody's a comedian today.
Rose, everything okay down at the counseling center?
Yes, finally. We had a manic depressive overload. But luckily, Dr. Ferguson had heard some new knock-knock jokes, and that seemed to do the trick.
Knock.
Who's there?
Was black enamel and played Stardust.
Theme from Bonanza.
Well, then, I guess we went through all...
What'd you tell him? I told him he should have dinner waiting for me. Not that I'm such a big fan of squirrel gumbo.
Ma, how do you expect to live together in the same house? You haven't even gotten there yet, and already you're fighting with him.
What? This is Little House on the Prairie? We're at each other's throats all the time. There are more fights here than at Caesar's Palace.
You see? Everybody thinks the best way to show someone you care is by going into debt. I mean, where is the love? Where's the sharing? Where is the true spirit of Christmas?
Neiman Marcus, ladies' apparel, 3rd floor.
No, maybe you're right, Dorothy. You know I've spent too much again this year.
Girls,
Rose, I think he's referring to autumn. Donald, maybe we better go.
You know, Rose, we have a special section set aside for local artists. When you finish the series, maybe we could hang them in the museum.
Wow, hanging in the museum? Well, none of my relatives ever hung in a museum.
No.
Oh, come on. I can't sleep. My bed's never been so cold, especially on a Saturday night.
Oh, all right, get in.
Listen, did you hear that sound? Yeah, and as long as I'm in my own bed, I'll do what I want.
Rose, I don't think you are up to this.
Now, where were we?
Name.
Rose Nyland. No, I'm fine. Oh, here, Sophia, just sign this. I'll fill it in later. It's a standard consent form, releasing the hospital resort for making him live under those terrible conditions. But Angelo wouldn't give us his name.
Our Cecilia never squeals, never. Did you offer him money?
No,
Never he wouldn't.
well, it doesn't matter. I mean, our research department will find that heartless Shylock. And if they don't...
Tonight at 7.
Tonight at 7, Milton.
Good afternoon.
I thought he belonged to the other one.
Well, I'm sure Rose won't mind one bit.
He's a man. It's not like sharing a yogurt.
Hello. Hi. Honey, did Barry call?
Not that I know of.
Oh, we're supposed to go out again.
Oh, sounds like lunch went well.
Always wanted to try new things, see new places. But before I had a chance to do something like hop a tramp steamer, I met up with a lady by the name of Elizabeth Ann Bennett. She had the cutest little smile, tiniest button nose, and the most incredible...
I think it means that she is shacked up in some cheap motel. I mean, she has a date. Oh, Lucas, what a relief. What a relief. So you didn't even want to go out with me. No. I mean, I hardly know him.
I suppose, but it feels like I've known him for ages. And that he's known me. Oh, I found the most wonderful man in the world, and I owe it all to the two of you.
Well, henny penny, I do declare, honey, where are you rushing off to?
The sky is falling. I'm off to warn the king.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. I don't need something to hit me in the head in order to get the message. Actually, in this case, it did hit me in the head.
Oh, dear, a piece of...
Good, then I'm dressed for it.
Blanche is upset.
Well, you would be, too, if your daughter... Oh, I can't even say it.
What could have happened? The two of you were getting so close.
My little girl is going to have a baby by artificial insemination.
What does it mean, a little less bourbon?
It's a big decision, Sophia. She's got to think about it.
She's family. If you can't count on family, who the hell can you count on?
She's Italian.
I wonder why it is people don't like to hire older women.
Probably makes them feel uncomfortable. You know, they feel like they're bossing their mothers around. Ma, stop that! It's understandable.
I went to a drive-in with Stanley. He said he was being shipped off to Korea and would probably die, and it would mean so much. That was my part of the war effort. It took 3 seconds. I wasn't sure that we had done anything, actually.
I forgot how much I love to travel.
You see, Jimmy, you put one foot in front of the other, that's all it takes. We're going to get you out of here. We're going to get you to that counselor.
Oh, no, we're not going to any counselor.
I thought you were tired of isolating.
Oh, I am. Dorothy, you're the first person I've trusted in years, and you...
Suit with a drop seat in the pants for Cousin Wendell. Anyway, that was part of the reason. The other part was I wanted to talk to you. I know I didn't need a special occasion for that. It'd be more of an occasion if I stopped talking. But...
To call them the aliens. They are the Chungs, and they happen to be very nice.
They're not very nice. They eat dogs.
Ma, they do not eat dogs.
Right. It's just a coincidence that not one ever pees on their lawn.
Ma, you made that up.
Sophia, we're not talking about them anyway, but...
We're going to have so much fun. I know where to find the best restaurants, best nightclubs, the best men.
Blanche.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that insensitive of me? Maybe you're not ready for men yet.
You don't know the half of it.
Jean, why don't we put your suitcase in Ma's room? Ma's going to marry. I win.
We don't have a dictionary.
Yes, we do.
Not anymore. The robbers took it.
They stole our dictionary?
That's right. Too bad.
Ma, Dizdam is not a word. You made it up.
It's a word.
Fine. Use it in a sentence.
No, Bobby, you don't have to write that last part. That was just a come on.
look, I'm sorry to take up your time at this hour, ladies, but I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Well, of course. I am single, I'm free on Saturday night, and I can arch my back until my head touches my heel. Well, I'm off. I'll be checking in for messages. Take care of the house for me.
Where are you going to go, Blanche?
I'll be staying with my friend Janet. She said I could spend the night there anytime. Or was it her husband Ed who said that?
Hey, you raw pussycat. What's this news about Ken? He gave you a ring, didn't he?
Yeah, 3 of them.
Look, Ma, I don't know how to say this, so I'll just give it to you straight out. Ken is becoming a clown.
Scusi? This is who I am, Dorothy. Learn to live with it or medicate me.
I still can't believe that Rose caused all this trouble.
Unbelievable.
This whole fantasy about Bob Hope is sick.
Sick.
I mean, if she's gonna have fantasies, they ought to be the normal, healthy kind, like sweat.
I'm a little nervous about Jean. I mean, she's a very special person. I don't know if she's going to get along with Blanche and Rose.
You mean because she's a lesbian?
Mom, she's not a lesbian. I mean, what an absurd thing. How did you know?
I've known since you two were in college together.
She didn't even know in college. Ma, he's tired of being a lawyer, so he's joining the circus.
What did you do to him?
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, right. One day the man's a lawyer, the next he's a clown. Perfectly natural.
Ma, please, this is hard enough as it is.
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I just tend to get a little upset when people...
No, next up, we have a lady.
Oh, wait a minute. I would like to say something else, if you don't mind. Please let me in.
No!
Wait, that wasn't what I was going to say. Yes, I am a Yankee, but hath not a Yankee eyes?
You know, since Ron and Nasty moved back to California, we've had earthquakes almost every day. Do you think God could be a Democrat? But earthquakes don't bother the president. If Sam Donaldson couldn't shake him up, nothing will.
A great Southern writer, carrying on the tradition of the other great Southern writers, like, all those that are so famous they need not be mentioned. Oh, girls, it's going to be so exciting. I am going to make a fortune, and I won't even have to use my...
Hi, kids. Hi there, Mr. Terrific. How you doing?
Terrific.
Why don't you come inside?
I can't fly from inside. That's how Superman does it. I have to fly from the ledge. That's how we do it back on the planet.
Been working since 1904. Besides, they have a category for people over 80.
I think it's a terrific idea.
Maybe we ought to join.
We already did.
What did you say?
I said we already did.
Rose, I work all week. The last thing I want to do is walk 10 miles on a Saturday.
We won't be walking. We're going to sit.
Hey, come on! Don't rush me. It's going to take as long as it's going to take.
I don't believe this. There's a man in our bathroom.
Dorothy, relax. Let me handle this. Hello there. Excuse me, sir. Are you married?
No, as a matter of fact, I'm not.
I can find both the time and the interest right now. I have a date.
Look, Blanche, I'm only thinking of you.
But you know what I think? I think you just ought to mind your own damn business. I'm coming, sweetheart.
Miss Devereaux, the doctor will see you now. Through that door, end of the hall. Come on, Mama.
Eyes straight, ladies. Ma, no opening doors.
And that's pretty much the procedure. Rebecca will be taken care of by her own doctor after selecting a donor from thousands of acceptable possibilities.
That belongs in a cabinet. It belongs in a glass canister. That way it's not only visually appealing, but you can see if they cheated you out of raisins. I thought everybody knew that.
You know, until I met you, Rose, I didn't know that people actually talk back to their Rice Krispies.
Know who he is, Blanche? Santa, how could you?
Rose, Kleckner, he's working part-time over at the mall. He's on his break.
Santa is never off duty, mister. As long as you're in that uniform, the only thing that better be on your mind is giving people what they want for Christmas.
This late, I hate to have you wait, Dorothy. Why don't you stay in my room tonight?
Well, I suppose that makes more sense than waking Dorothy.
Good. By the way, you're not a cover hog, are you? No? Good, because I am.
Read Rose's diary.
And she wrote some terrible things about us in there.
About you? I didn't write anything about you. I didn't even know you when I kept that diary.
What are you talking about?
That was my 4-H diary. I kept it one summer when I raised 2 pigs for the county fair.
Like a lightning bug, I put you in a glass jar and waiting for you to light up, I nearly suffocated you.
Geez, Dorothy, you sure know how to beat a metaphor to death.
Ma, I love you.
I love you too, Pussycat. Just promise me you'll never... Wasn't your kind of crowd, Pussycat.
That's funny. It's the same excuse you used when you didn't invite me to my Sweet 16.
Now that was a party.
My, it's me.
Oh, look, 2 more mimes pretending to kill yourself. I'm going to have some fun with it. They weren't mimes, were they?
I'm not patronizing you. I'm mocking you. Look, Ma, if there is a hurricane coming, it's not going to get here for a while, so come on. Sit down and relax.
Okay. I'm glad we have this quiet time before the storm hits, because there's something I'd like to tell you.
Aye, but the only thing we have in common is under the sheets.
What's under the sheets?
His cappuccino maker.
My father was chosen to pull the float. He thought it was because he had the newest tractor, but actually it was because he was the only one small enough to fit into the mayonnaise jar costume. I'll never forget the moment we caught sight of him turning off a sycamore onto Elm.
And wrap it out of your hat.
Abracadabra, hocus picus.
Hocus.
Like, oh, where's the damn rabbit? Give the other hat.
Sophia, he's terrible.
No, he's not. He's terrific. Oh, you mean the act? We'll work on it.
I just can't
Believe it, Rose.
I can't. You know how it is when you can't believe something?
Yes, I can't believe Alan Thicke has a hit series, but that doesn't mean it isn't so.
I blame you for this, Blanche.
What did I do?
If you hadn't sent him on that date, Michael never would have seduced my daughter.
What are you talking about? He didn't seduce her.
Oh, you...
A month?
No.
Boy, I did. I would cry, scream, carry on, put on 10 pounds of water, and, boy, well, menopause put an end to that. I loved it.
I don't see how you could love it.
Because I didn't see it as having anything to do with my sexuality. I am exactly the same person I was.
Unfortunately.
Thank you.
I wanted to wear something tonight that Dwayne's never seen me in.
Maybe you should try underwear.
Miles, I thought you were grading papers.
No, I wasn't. I lied. See people suffer?
No.
And isn't it true that from time to time she bullies the women she lives with?
No.
For the record, Your Honor, this witness has the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen. Blanche, what did Dorothy really feel about Angela?
I think the thing that really turned her around was when I told her that when it comes to men, I'm just a lot of talk. Embellishment's one of the oldest traditions in the South. Tall tales and tall drinks. I don't really sleep around near as much as I say I do.
Is that true, Blanche?
Maybe it is.
I wanted to surprise you.
Oh.
Surprise!
Oh, did you come all this way by yourself?
No, I came with Becky.
Well, Becky, how do you do? Oh, Rose, I had to see you again because I felt terrible about the way we left things. Oh, so do I. Oh, Rose, I owe you. Oh, good to see you. Look just wonderful. Oh, so do you. Come on in and meet my friends. This is...
Wait, let me. She's attractive, witty, and great fun to be with. This must be Dorothy. And she's smart, sexy, and stylish to a fault. This must be Blanche. Did I get it right?
I just wish you weren't against this.
Look how pretty you look.
Really?
Yeah, beautiful. You remember the last time? We stayed up all night letting out that dress?
Oh, Ma, you know, Stan has changed. I trust him now for the very first time. Ma.
I wanna be loved by you alone. But it's by you, just you and nobody else.
This part needs a little work. And then now here's the chorus. It ain't gonna worry me for long. It ain't gonna worry me for long. I'll get up in the morning and I'll still be singing my song.
No, didn't Bette Midler win a special Grammy for that?
Oh, girls, isn't it wonderful how we always have such a good time together? It's been that way right from the start.
Please, Rose, don't you remember the day after we moved in when we went shopping together?
Oh, 6 traveling companion. Tour of European cathedrals. No prudes.
That's my pal. What a day. Look at this. Toothbrushes.
Mother? Oh, I'm sorry. I came to religion late. I'd say. But it's never too late. And it is my fervent hope that the three of us, you and I and dear little Sarah, may walk the path of righteousness together.
Charlie made me dress him when he had his heart attack before the paramedics got there.
But he wasn't dressed?
We were making love.
Oh, Rose, honey, you never told me. He died while you were making love?
Well, he didn't die then. He had his heart attack then.
I'm cramping up.
Miles?
No, honey, it wasn't Miles. We'll let you know when he gets here.
Maybe we need a signal.
How about this? I yell, "Hey, Rose, Miles is here."
Got it. They didn't want to make eye contact with anybody going to the 5th floor of the sperm floor.
I think you're overreacting.
Perverts looked at us like we were perverts. I know that look.
I thought it'd be more bank-like.
Every 3 people will be the victim of a violent crime.
That's awful.
And since there are 4 of you, that means at least one of you will be a victim of a violent crime. One of you right here.
And I read that 1 out of every 3...
September?
Yep. I'm surprised you were able to walk in October.
Just think, girls, tomorrow's Christmas Eve.
How old do you think you are, mister? It's time for lights out.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
This has to be some kind of mistake.
Don't panic. There's just a possibility. This is a precaution.
What do I do?
We just call up the hospital and make an appointment. Everything will be fine.
You think so?
Why, I'm sure of it. Now, let's plan Dorothy's fundraiser. Hey, I know what would be fun.
Blanche, we're going to try to raise all the money.
I want Mommy. But the teacher told me to go, so I did. And I left you there. screaming, crying, with the tears pouring down your face.
I guess all kids go through that the first day of school.
No, you were the only one. It took a good half hour to calm you down, but that didn't last long.
What happened?
अगं दिसतेस पुनवेची चांदणी जशी तूच रंभा अप्सरा तूच उर्वशी दिसतेस पुनवेची चांदणी जशी तूच रंभा अप्सरा तूच उर्वशी करू नको जीवाची दैना माझ्या मिठीत का ग तू येईना मैना ग मैना ग मैना या रागूची तूच आहे मैना
मैना रे मैना रे मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
मैना ग मैना ग मैना कधी होणार रागूची मैना
मैना रे मैना रे मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
गुलाब फुला पाहून तुला काळीज हे धडधडत या पिंजरा तोडून वाऱ्यात उडून पाखरू हे फडफडत या
माझी नशिनी आता झाल्यात बिना तुझंच प्रेम नडतया गावठी नखरा शिक सतरा साराच घोडा अडतया
तुझ्या वाचून जीव माझा घाईना मला समजू नका ग तू घेईना
अरे मैना रे मैना रे मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
मैना ग मैना ग मैना या रागूची तूच हाय मैना
मैना रे मैना रे मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
रातभर जागून मागणी लागून येडा पिसा झालो बेभान तुझ्या गालाची खडी ग गुलाब कडी ही फिरतीच उठवी तुफान
मन लागेल झाला ध्यानात आलं मोरलाच नजरेचं भान मी तुझी लैला तू माझा मजनू गाऊया फिरवाचं गाणं
माझ्या दिलासा करीन आईना त्यात राणी तू सुंदर हैना
मैना रे मैना रे मैना आता झाले मी तुझीच मैना
ग मैना ग मैना ग मैना या रागूची झाली मैना
मैना
you.